Alright, welcome back. This is Chenso Club's OST. Let's see, but this is not the Chenso Club stream, this is the video game stream where I make the video game. So let's see, last time I was in my little proof of concept area because I was doing a bunch of writing. And I think... Well, first off, I should test to make sure that the writing actually still works. So let's see. I want to make sure that I can get to the end game organically. So that is, I do this wonderful little story stuff. Also, spoiler warning. Sort of. I don't think I actually needed to talk to him anymore. So yeah, I'm just going to mash through basically all of the... Oh. Whoop. Let's mash. Because the point of the game is that, you know, you do little dialogue things, then you can talk to this character. Let's talk to her a little bit. Oh, I forgot. B exits the dialogue, so I press B to go back in the dialogue instead of using the menu. Maybe I should figure out a way of doing that organically. I don't know if there is a way that I could do that. I mean, I do have a subtopic system, but nah, that'll be too difficult. Let's talk to this guy. So yeah, if you wanna spoil the game for yourself, you can pause and read all of this wonderful dialogue. But what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make it... Oh wait. Has it been more than 3 minutes? Basically, because she's gonna say... What? Didn't I do this introduction? Oh no, I didn't. I keep getting confused, because there's... Basically, once she activates her personality... The AI, like, asks you who you are again. Maybe I should make that a bit more, good, instead of confusing. And here we're talking to two people. That dialogue isn't complete as well. Okay. So what we're making today is we're making a final NPC. Oh yeah, my screen is flickering a little bit. So I want to make sure that that endgame stuff actually works still. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna give a little 1-minute game review of Chenso Club. But let's do it's a little loud. And I'm going to lower it on your end. Lower it on my end way more. And I'm going to start thinking about... Because I'm going to make a humanoid character, and I don't know exactly what I want her to look like. Okay, I have two simultaneous ideas in my head at once. One is the actual game design stuff, and the other is complaining about a random indie game that I bought. Because basically, Chenso Club is a sort of platform fighter roguelike. And I don't think it benefits from being a roguelike. Because unless a game is like really systematic and you benefit from having like a bunch of different variations of like, you know, all these little gameplay elements put together in new orders. If you don't have that, what you wind up with is a game where every time you die you have to restart the game. And that's what Chenso Club is. It's like if Mario had, well, it's quite comparable to Smash Brothers. It's like if Smash Brothers had a story mode, but the levels were very, very basic, and every time you died, you had to restart the whole game. Or at least, like, massive, long levels. Which is especially frustrating because the game tends to be really easy except for the boss fights. Or at least the first one. So it might just be me malding because of the first boss fight, where he does a move for like 2.5 full minutes. Hang on. This is lagging like crazy. I guess I gotta... I can load. I'll load the game. I'll add a little thing for loading. Because basically, these little test worlds don't load up the game. Where is save? So now I can actually load the game in that little test scene. But anyway. Let's not go crazy with this. I want this to just be, I guess, a clearly feminine form, but not like superhuman looking. So let's start with like a very basic, like... What do I want? So this is in line with... This is supposed to be in line with the other robots, which all have skulls on them. So I could just make the face a skull. Maybe like the top half of a skull. But anyway, all that to say, for Chenso Club, is I think it would be more fun if it just had regular levels. Because I think you have to really go in... Because it's easy enough to say, like, X roguelike. But if it's not... If you don't have, like, the ability to make, like, completely bizarre, like, novel builds, or a sort of sandbox where that really benefits from having lots and lots of, like, or that can easily, like, be split apart and put together in new ways, then you don't have anything. Like, they have platforms and they have enemies, and you hit them. And the upgrades are, like, you hit them faster, or some minor things, like attacks on cooldowns and things. I like these weird arms. This is like... Because it's still appealing, but it's also, like, upsetting. Because it has, like, the off proportions, but still, like, identifiably human. I will say, it does have very nice music and very nice animation, I think. So who knows? I honestly think they might benefit from making like a little spin-off game, quote-unquote, where they just make some handcrafted levels for the game. Because I've always thought that it's sort of a shame how, you know, people will clearly put in a bunch of work into games, and then there'll be like some sort of structural issue or like gameplay issue or something like that that prevents people from enjoying it. And then the typical thing is like, well, all that work wasted now. When you could just make like another game. Like, ironically, I've been thinking once this is done of taking all the systems in this game and making a roguelike out of it. So basically doing the opposite, because I think I have some ideas for how I would do a platforming roguelike. Especially since I have, like, the climbing, because that means that I'm a lot less constrained with, like, the geometry of the level, so I can hopefully do, like, more wild and wacky things, instead of just putting, like, pre-built pieces together, which I think I don't like that very much with most modern roguelikes. Like, they'll just... it's like... They're basically just taking really basic pieces of levels and stringing them together in a random order, and it's like, that's not... That doesn't get me excited about procedurally generated stuff. Let's see, so I had a few different ideas. So this is going to be a boss character / like advanced character. Well, I think I honestly got this, and I nailed this in one. If I can maintain this sort of like, I love the posture of this thing. I love its proportions too. Okay, so nailed it in one. Maybe I should like clarify like what any of this stuff is actually made out of, since it's like it's some sort of skeleton thing. But I want it to also be a bit more fleshy than the other things. Because, spoiler alert, you get attacked by one of these in dialogue. The dialogue just says, there's something behind you, and then you turn around and this thing is slowly walking towards you. So I want it to be very, very frightening when that happens. Like that it's just like more detailed. And I'll probably need like a second bone here to really like... Well, I don't like that. Well... Because it's supposed to be a skeleton. Oh yeah, another thing with Chenso Club that I was talking about on Twitter is it has slightly off movement. Like, the movement just feels a little bit off, and it concerns me that I don't know exactly what's the issue. Because eventually, I'm thinking of making a devlog about game feel, because that's one of the things I want to improve in my game. But if I don't have the ability to actually, like, describe why certain games feel bad or how they could be improved, well, that kind of makes it... I probably shouldn't be teaching people how to make their game feel good if I can't teach them how to make their game feel good, you know? What do I want with these feet? Whatever, that's good enough. I think it'll have, like, a few different modes. So this will be different from most enemies in that it will always know where the player is. It doesn't have, like, a fixed radius. And I think it'll probably use nav meshes, because they're actually pretty quick to generate. I just don't want to rewrite the other the other AI to use them. Especially since they jump all over the place. So basically, I think it'll be like... First it'll be inactive. Then it'll stalk the player. So that'll just be walk slowly towards them. And then, once they're spotted by the player... then they give chase. And something I'm thinking is also, they're completely frozen in some pose when they're inactive. So the player just mistakes them for like statues or something. Because these are basically going to be all throughout the world until the end game, then they're all going to activate, and there's going to be new secrets to find in old areas. At least that's what I think will happen. Yeah, this will take a while to design. I should actually figure out what its attacks are, too. Because I think this will also be one of... or the only enemy in the game with multiple attacks. It's like a swipe attack. And it'll also have the ability to climb. You know what? I want to design... I should design these attack mechanics first. So let's make it'll be called Beauty, because I think that's like a creepy name for it. And I may not even concern myself with making this sync up with the enemy bodies, because they were all rigid bodies. And I want this to be not a rigid body. So let's do like... So that's like 3 meters. Okay. Areas. No. Entities. Enemies. So we need... I think I want... Let's make this have a group. No, wait, no. That won't work. I think for now, I'll just make it, No, I know what I'll do. So I want this thing to be able to walk around, climb up things. I think. There's that. I don't know why that light comes in every time I drag the player into preview. Maybe I should... I might try actually a more sophisticated state thing. Let's do, like... Since it has multiple moves, but they're gonna all have the same general structure. It'll have move active, move wind up, and move... and... Stalk, chase, climb. Well, I guess that'll be enum move state. I'll, you know what, for now I'll just assume. So it's going to have a few different states. It'll be either inactive, stalking the player, chasing the player, or it'll be winding up a move, acting in the move, or ending the move. And I might even switch those into the other part of the state. Let's see, I want more music now. Oh yeah, I have Space Funeral 4. I have its soundtrack, which is a pretty nice soundtrack. That's a rather odd game. Yeah, I won't speak too much about it, because basically the creator isn't terribly proud of it, so they've tried to get it removed from the internet, basically. But let's see. What am I looking for? Music? Let's do Card City Nights. And I'll even raise up the music slightly. Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in playing the other, like, because there's just a bunch of fan-made sequels to Space Funeral. Like, the guy who made the first one, he just made it and then moved on to other things, but there's like, because there's, you know, 4, so there's also 2 and 3, but I know nothing about them. I want this light to look cool. I shouldn't sweat these details, but I will. Okay, so yeah, this is about the right size. So yeah, let's add this to, like, that'll be our group for nav meshes. Then so I want this to have the ability to jump across gaps, climb up things. That'll be quite difficult. Maybe I'll have to figure out how I want to do this, because I do want it to be a lot more sophisticated and a lot more persistent than anything else in the game. Because I think right now they kind of give up pretty early. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to see. I just need to play, I think, more weird games, because I really like, you know, very strange or obscure games. Like, I like everything that I've played from Glorious Trainwrecks, for example, which is all about, like, basically creating a low-pressure environment for people to just make games for fun, for the fun of making them, not even necessarily the fun of other people playing them. But even if I don't have fun with the games, they're always very interesting, and I think it would be good for my brain to expand my horizons a little bit, because I always feel like I want to make weird things. But the things I wind up making are kind of, I don't know, safe. Restrained, maybe, is the right word. I want this to be my spatial shader. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. So this gives me basically everything I need. Now I can do a navigation, I think. And then I think I need a navigation mesh instance inside of it. How does this work? Get simple passes. Deprecated. Use navigation server. Okay. So I think... So their height will be 3 meters. Radius will be 0.25. Max climb. How high can I go? I mean, if I just make it like everything, that wouldn't really max. I know. Let's try this. How do I get the generation sampling? I don't actually know if this will work. Yeah, I don't think I can make... I can just... Oh yeah, I'll also just throw out this weird idea that I've been having recently of making a game and then making a new itch.io account and uploading the game to that account and then waiting until I have one download and then deleting the game and deleting it from my hard drive. And, you know, so basically wiping all existence of the game off the map except for the one person who who downloaded it. Is this thing working? Do I have to do... Hang on, how do I do this? Navmesh children notes group with children. There we go. Okay, so how do I do this, actually? Because this doesn't help me that much. What I can do is first off, let's just make an immediate geometry. Location, position, origin. Let's do origin. Because that's shortest and it's the most accurate. Alright, how do I get the path to something? Also, what is all this stuff? Okay, so how does this do anything? It seems like what I can do is I can make this a child of this. Okay, I'll need to look up a tutorial on this. I don't understand Godot's newfangled navigation server. So do I need this at all? If it is a child from a navigation node, it will register to the navigation map of the navigation node, or the function set navigation can be used to set the navigation node directly. After set target location, so can I do like... And let's have this be... Oh. Like this. That's not quite right. Get nav path. Primitive lines. Actually, let's do primitive line strip, I think is what I need here, because I'm just going to add the vectors one after the other. Because it'll be, Alright, so this should work. Basically what it should do is it should try to get the path. So let's just see if that works, if it does what I think it's supposed to. Doesn't seem like it. When the current cell size is different from the one used to generate the navigation mesh. I mean, it seems fine otherwise. Hang on, I'm gonna get some more tea. Alrighty. So this is... Alright, let's... I know what I'm gonna do. Add block, add vertex. Location. This way, I know that it's generating at least this, and then it'll also generate a line representing the path. Yeah, and we can see that little 1 pixel wide line here. I think it should be a different color. Okay, so we have a little bit. Or it's a... well... So how does this navigation agent actually work? After set target location is used, it is required to use the get next location function once every physics frame to update the internal logic path of the navigation agent. Alright, I'll do that. So let's... I guess for now, maybe I'll try just doing this. Because currently the object doesn't move. What? On base nil. So is it not calling ready? Let's just do if not player. Oh, I just realized what it was. It's because I pressed F6 on the thing. Okay, and there we go. We can see it getting next point. So yeah, it's trying its little best to do with it. So now I'm gonna remove our little debug thing. So yeah, I'll try his best to get up to here. I don't know how I'm gonna actually deal with this, because I want it to be persistent enough that I can actually, like, solve basic problems like this. Also, I really want the, VSync. Like, I'm getting crazy screen tearing. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna make it jump without just, yeah, to jump and climb without, like, annotating every single surface in the game. And I guess for now, this will be true. So for now, I guess let's try a ground move to get to the player. So it'll be... What does this do? Returns the next location in global coordinates that can be moved to, making sure that there are no static objects in the way. If the agent does not have a navigation path, it will return the position of the agent's parent. So let's do... or... So it'll be slightly floaty. It'll fall slower. Well, nah, it should fall the same speed as the player. So that's 24 meters per second, or accelerate. Oh, also I need, let's add some boxes. Hey. This is only the finest gaming content. Maybe. How is this? This is ever so slightly off. I think it's because... I know what it is. There we go. Yeah, currently I'm trying to figure out how exactly... I want this... I'm making a new enemy, and I want it to actually, like, climb up things to chase the player around. So let's first off do, I know. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to sort of funky, because I want it to be able to climb up walls, but I don't want to have to manually put a bunch of points of, like, you know, it can jump from here to here and climb from here to here and stuff. So I'm going to play around with this a little bit. I guess let's just do, Alright, let's see how this looks, because it should just move towards the player in a very simple way, just along the ground. It's not doing a whole lot. Oh, maybe if I have a path. Maybe if I have anything. It should still be drawing this. Oh, I know what it is. It's because I'm not calling, get next location. Okay. So does it draw the line? It draws the line. It doesn't move, though. I should be moving. So I don't need this. Oh, I know what it is. I think. Okay, he's trying his best now. See, and I should make him handle slopes as well. Let's do that now. If... Let's see. If is on floor. No, not slide. Project. I need the floor max angle, which would be, something arbitrary. Basically high enough that it'll actually, like... Well, actually, that's not very high at all. 1.7 is, what, half of pi, which means it might not be able to reach up this thing. Okay, but not, like, handles slopes pretty well. Because basically I made it so that the gravity only pushes it into the floor and not, like, straight down, so it doesn't have to fight gravity up hills. And actually, speaking of, I'm gonna fix my player while I'm here. Because this, well, that's correct. Oh wait. It's in here. Okay, yes. It should just be that. Because it was only taking in the horizontal movement. So if you're going up a steep slope, it looked like you were slowing down from the animation, but you're actually going just as fast as you were. You're just also going up. So now I need to figure out, how do I make this thing climb stuff? Oh, that was a little funky. Hmm. What's its goal here? Alright. That works well. Now I need to figure out the difficult process of making it actually climb. Maybe I'll just have it have, like, fixed jumping points as well, maybe? Though I'll have to then figure out how I want to integrate those with the nav mesh. Because it would be like, if the player's on this little island, but there's a jump point from here to here, or like between these two, it should know to navigate to this point and then jump to this. Or I should just make it so that it can climb up this wall. Which basically means the nav mesh would be like completely like arbitrarily designed, where it's like it would just climb up infinitely. I think its max is this. Actually, let's do... Let's add another one of these. Let's say when it's falling. It'll work almost exactly the same, so maybe I should just make it like... Ah well. Eventually it'll be different. Actually, let's significantly reduce this to be like 5. So that doesn't get us the air movement. I guess I'll make Z forward. So I think I'll need to cosmetically, like... oh. I'll need to rotate this thing's forward direction. So let's do my very sophisticated system here. There we go. And it'll always look at the target, I think. Yeah, let's try that. That'd be neat. So no matter what direction it's moving. Wait, no. That doesn't quite work. I want it to always look at the player, but I need this to actually rotate because of its body. So let's do like angle 2. Let's do var axis. Wait, actually. Actually, if angle I've done this so many times, so it's sine of angle times the absolute value of the min. Wait, no. The lesser of the absolute value of the angle times, or let's do like delta times 10 radians a second. Then we can do global rotate. Okay, let's see if I've written this code up to snuff. So now it'll rotate, not quite what I was intending. I mean, it's certainly... Oh wait, I just realized what it is. It's because the mesh... Yeah, it's because I designed that wrong. Or it's because of how... Okay. To do... change forward when we get a real mesh. And I guess I don't need to keep switching scenes. What I can do here is so if the direction is up and we have a climb, we can then do climb. Well, it sort of works as it is. I think its local avoidance is kind of janked out. And also because it's going so high up, I think I'll have to figure out how to like not have this issue. Yeah, because it's trying to go up because there's some jank with the climbing. So I think... I'll just design it so that these can't do that tall. What was I actually looking for? This is what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'll just limit how it climbs, and I'll design levels around that so that way these things can climb up surfaces. And it kind of works by accident now. But here it's janking out because just the nav mesh is sort of not yeah, because there's this weird intersection here. Well, how do I do this then? So yeah, let's look through the navigation. Because I need... So map get path. So I'm working with the navigation agent. Because if I just put this back to what it was, then I get just walkable paths. And then I don't have to deal with the janky, like smushing of everything in the simplification process. But then the AI doesn't understand anything. And I certainly don't want to craft these by hand, because I'll have to do a whole bunch of work. Maybe I can just, maybe instead of climbing, I can just have them jump very high. So let's do if nav dot is reachable. And then otherwise, I can probably try to get the closest point to the player. And then it can, like, jump a certain amount of position. So it wouldn't work very well. Well, what if we can do... Okay, so it'll always be possible to reach the final location. So I'm going to do a jump charge. This will be funky. So, if not, right now, bar final. If, so we'll do this, and then, so basically in two meters or whatever. So it'll keep moving until we get to there, and then what should it be? I guess that's fine. If not target dot is right now, if so for now what it'll do is it's going to calculate some sort of velocity. Well, I guess I'll just try this, and then so if Okay, let's see how this does. Because this is going to be... Basically, it'll just try to jump in the direction of the player with a very high velocity. Once it gets there, I think that's a little high. Let's do like... So yeah, now it'll just jump. And eventually it'll be... The higher up the player is, the longer it takes for it to charge its jump. Okay, and it gets to this distance. And maybe I want it to avoid the player once the player gets this close. Because I want it to, What do I need here? So I need to solve for x where we need to get this velocity. V0, so what is it? E equals, A plus V0 T. Because we're just going to set that, and V0. So we need to solve for P. And we know A, which is 24, so it'd be T squared. What? 12T squared. How do I solve this? I forget how to use the quadratic formula. Or in what context I would use the quadratic equation. Because I want to solve for V0. Based on some arbitrary P. So for any given position, our height is determined by 1/2 the time squared times A plus our initial velocity times t. So it'd be 12t squared plus v0t. But I guess okay, so I need to take the derivative of this again to solve for the... Oh wait, no. I'm solving for the velocity where v equals 0. So the velocity equals... Okay, this is simpler. Because I basically just want it to jump just high enough. Hey. Yeah, I want this guy to jump just high enough that he clears whatever gap the player is on. So it'd be, let's do like solve get jump velocity and I guess I also have to figure out I'll do it with like just the position. Very close with this. So we have the velocity 0. Equal negative 24 times the time. And the time will equal a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 12t squared plus v0 t plus minus our position Wait, and this has to be negative. This is negative 12. Because this is our velocity downward, our gravity. So it'd be plus 4 times 12 times p. I'll have to think about this. I forget how to solve this system of equations. Hang on, what I'm going to do is actually... I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Okay, for a real quick test, though, I also want to see if this handles climbing right now. I wanted to be able to click onto this. Max slope. Maybe max climb? Because it should be able to do this. Yeah, it's supposed to be able to climb up this thing. That's disappointing. How do I make it not do that? Maybe I'm doing something. I don't. Well. Okay, so this is slightly off, I think. No, it's actually... No, okay. So that's aligned properly. I just don't get it. What happens if I turn the max slope down really low? So that works. What gives? This doesn't work either. Is there like some secret actual maximum? Let's make it like not as steep. So now it's struggling to maintain this. So yeah, I'm thinking it's something to do with well, I think it just can't handle more than 45 degrees. Let's see this. Oh, maybe it's climb. Now that I think about it. Okay, okay. It's because it handles the climb the same way or with the cells. Or it can't tell the difference between a slope and a climb, I guess. See, I'll have to do... That'll be a bit tricky, because then I'll have to make sure that I don't have ledges that it can't climb. Because like this, it can't navigate. But alright, let's have a bit of fun. Let's see if this guy can climb now. Yeah, so I can just add... I won't even bother with making, like, a separate climbing state. I'll just add climbing animations for the walk state. And also I'm going to do move and slide with snap. For snap, we have our up direction. We have... Oh, wait. That should help a little bit with that. I think I'm gonna have to write this down on like pen and paper. Yeah, so the nav meshes are kind of screwy. And they don't quite handle, or they're not going to be able to quite handle this. Well, he's sort of... Yeah, there's something, not quite right about that movement. What I might do is just make it so that it registers all vertices as climbing on the wall. So let's do that here. So that'll be a max angle. Ah, I see now. If dot 0 because there's something off with its gravity. So now it should just kind of float, maybe? No, there's still something wrong with it. Yeah. It just doesn't handle gravity right. Yeah, it's not quite handling these. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just something off with them. It really can't handle the sloped surfaces. Oh, I know what it's doing. Or I know what it needs to do. So it needs to, first off, let's get this here. I think it should do this already. And now that I think about it, that's not correct. Oh wait, I think I know, and I know the issue here now. So yeah, now we're suddenly, wait. What did I do? So now it's suddenly just not working with this. Did I change something by accident? Because I think I know why it's doing this. It's because it's ground normal. Like, it knows that this flat surface is the ground. So it's trying to move up this thing, but the gravity is keeping it down. It's just not powerful enough to do that. What if I just make gravity not added to it? Why is this not working? So why can I move just fine? So I have to do all this rotational stuff because but that's not necessary for this thing because it just gets the vector from our nav point. What if it's because the navigation agent doesn't have its what if it's because this origin is in the wrong place? What did I do? What did I do? Hang on. Let's get rid of move and slide with snap, because I think that was... I think that is a questionable decision. And maybe it's even because I didn't restart it or something. But okay, now it's sort of working. It feels like he's slower than he is normally, though. Yeah, like, he's really struggling. If gravity... Oh, I just realized. It should be this. It's supposed to be if the floor is pointing down, it ignores gravity, not the other way around. Ooh, and I got some... I also got some lovely jank here. So yeah, let's see what happens if I can push myself. And it'll still be a little bit janky. But let's test this geometry here. I won't design anything like this in... Okay, so that works seemingly without flaw now. Because yeah, the issue was I forgot gravity points down. I was thinking of like up versus the floor. So it's like if the floor is pointing down, you do something. Ooh. Oh, right, it's a kinematic body, so now I have to... Hang on. So this thing... What's it, 17? So now it doesn't count as a moving platform. 3, 4, 17, 1. Groups. Let's do dynamic enemy push. So now all I need is the ability to get it to jump up to the player when it's like below them. And when it's unreachable, it'll just do its it'll just do a nav mesh thing. And it should be almost impossible for it to not be reachable. Oh. Yep. I wonder if I guess I could probably make this a rigid body. Well, then I would have to do things like properly attach it to the ground still. I'll keep it as it is. I just realized, can't I just plug in V0? How do I eliminate T in this formula? Or in this system of equations? Because I just want to be able to plug in a value of P0 and get out a value for V, or the position that, like the difference in height that I want. And then get a starting velocity. Maybe I can get a quadratic solver, because I'm too dumb for this right now. You know what? It's 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save what I have now. And I'm going to, what should I do? PowerShell. So this was stuff that I added before. Which I will not share on stream. Created new enemy. I'm just gonna have to get out a pen and paper and solve that. Because I wanted to just jump a little bit above the player, no matter how high the player is, and then I'll make a nice little charge animation and it'll be neat. But anyway, I guess that'll be it for today. I'll probably be back, well, I'll be back Friday. Probably earlier than that as well. I want to get back into streaming more. Because I think I can see where the game is going, I can see the end of it. So I'm excited for that. But, see you later.